Now for a word from our sponsor, Papercut Games. This week's game is Patchwork. Patchwork's a cool little two-player game. It's about building a quilt, but it's kind of like playing Tetris, and it's really fun. Essentially, in this game, there's going to be a bunch of quilt pieces that are kind of all scattered around. And I'll show you down here the game board. There's all these quilt pieces that you're going to try to get onto your game board and build your perfect quilt where it doesn't have any holes. And whoever can do that the best usually wins. Now, it's not that simple because you have a choice on your turn of what you want to do. You either A, try to get buttons, because buttons are your money, they're your currency. You don't always have buttons to buy things. So you can get buttons, or on your turn, you can spend the buttons you do have to try to buy a piece. And the piece will tell you how many buttons it costs. This one costs 10, it's a pretty good piece. And you would pay for the buttons and then put them onto your quilt and hopefully put it somewhere that makes a good spot. Also, what's kind of cool about this game is the pieces also cost you movement spaces. This thing says you move 3 spaces forward. Moving forward in this game is actually bad. If you look at the game board in the background, you see the green piece is moving around the game board. If you get to the end, you actually end your game. The game's over. So you want to try to buy as many pieces as you can before you get to the end of the game. You want to kind of not go so fast. And as the game moves around, you're buying the pieces and building it up. And it's a really simple game, yet a lot of fun to kind of figure out, oh man, where should I put these pieces? Or do I want to buy this, or do I want to save my money for a bigger, better piece later down in the game? Ooh, this crazy piece. And so it's a fun little quilt game. That is Patchwork. I'm Mr. Bigsby, and I approve this message.